Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ananya Arora, and on behalf of the Conflux Revista, I welcome you all to an exclusive conversation with RJ Sukriti Sharma, theme being Sukoon ke saath Sukriti se baat. The Conflux Revista is a youth-led team aiming to explore opinions of the youth through stories, music, webinars, and other forms of art. Keeping in light the same, we have previously organized numerous panel discussions, workshops, open mic sessions, and other events on our platform. Speaking about the Conflux Revista Youth Fest 2021, we have an open mic session and about 15 panels in which we have invited people from all walks of life. In this particular panel, it's a pleasure to have you in our midst, ma'am. Ms. Sukriti completed her graduation in journalism from Bhopal and then Masters in Communication Studies from University of Leeds, UK. She started her career as a radio jockey back in the year 2007 and she decided to audition for Mirchi just for fun. It wasn't her plan and nor was it her dream, but it turned out to be the best thing ever. She has nearly 8 years of experience of having worked as a radio presenter. In the last 14 years, she has quit and joined Mirchi thrice, either to pursue further studies or for some personal commitments. Her love for the brand is unconditional. For her, if it's radio, it's only Mirchi, it's a support system. She has also worked with Radio Mirchi UAE as the evening drive time job, and this stint is the closest to her heart and soul as it was during this time she felt she was really able to grow both as a professional and a radio presenter. So welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Ananya and Paki, for giving me this platform to speak. And I love the title that you guys have given, Sukoon Se Baat. Honestly, I'm that person. Even though I'm seeing you guys for the first time and you're speaking to me for the first time, Sukoon is what I am all about in life all the time.
Ma'am, starting with you've had such an incredible journey till now, and so how did you think of becoming? How and when did you think of becoming a radio jockey?
Okay, so like I said, it wasn't my plan. I never thought I could be an RJ. It's not even. कुछ लोग सपने देखते हैं ना, मैंने तो सपना भी नहीं देखा था कि मैं आरजे बन सकती हूँ या there's something that I can really do in life. I wanted to be a lawyer, and I took a job right after my schooling, and right after I passed out actually for a year to prepare for law entrance exams. And I just got to know through some friends that private radio stations are coming to our city and we can just go and audition. So I just went masti mein, yeah. And masti mein I got through, and then masti mein my entire plan from being a lawyer one day in life, that was my dream actually. To be a lawyer was my dream. My dream just switched, it flipped, and 180 degree. I was like, no, I think mom and dad, I want to be an RJ. It of course took some bit of convincing them and things like that, but they were really supportive, and I have no regrets about it.
So your parents have been very supportive of you, whether it be relating to law or radio.
Yes, I think they've been really supportive. I do remember that time that when I chose to, work right after my school, there were a lot of, family friends and, your rishtedars coming and telling my parents, "Ye kya kar rahe ho aap, Sharma ji? Beti, abhi schooling ke baad naukri kaise kar sakti?" Like, just imagine, like back in the day when I'm talking about 2006 and 7, doing things out of the box was even more difficult, right? And to convince your parents that, it's fine. Like my parents were convinced, but the society wasn't convinced enough. But they somehow believed in me, and they were like, "It's okay. If this is what gives you peace, so be it." And that's how I decided to pursue my career, my everything in this, profession that is RJing.
Yes, right. Family support is much more important than because society always says something which doesn't go your way.
So, exactly. And I would like to tell everyone that it's so important to speak to your parents. अगर आप उन्हें बताओगे नहीं कि आप क्या करना चाहते हो तो वो आपकी मदद कैसे करेंगे. I know we always have this fear, मना हो जाएगा, डाउट पड़ेगी, ये होगा, वो होगा, but in the end, that's all you need. The moment you have them by your side, or maybe they'll eventually come around, that's when you'll really feel that अब अपन कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. Like, कर लो दुनिया मुट्ठी में types, that's the feeling that you get out of that.
Right. So everybody has a first experience जब भी कुछ नया start करते हैं. So when you had your first ever show, so how were you feeling? And how did you feel after the show?
Okay, so I'll tell you, this was in Bhopal, when Radio Mirchi launched, we were the launch team, and I was the first person to go on air from my station. So that day, for 6 months, we were doing dry runs, we were preparing, and we were all waiting for that one moment where, we are going to go on air. Even now, when I think of it, it fills my heart with so much of excitement and so much of happiness, because वो आपकी पहली जॉक टॉक कैसी होगी रेडियो पे, उसके बारे में आप बहुत सोचते हो. So the moment I got to know that I'll be the first person to go on air from my station, I was extremely thrilled. And then, our national programming head came down to our city and we were all set. And suddenly we got a call from the technical team that there is some issue and we cannot go on air on so-and-so date. So we all were a little, disheartened and stuff. Our national programming head flew back to, Bombay or Delhi or some city like that. I think either of them. So then my boss was like, कि अभी कल सबकी छुट्टी, कल कोई भी ऑफिस नहीं आएगा. And suddenly the next morning I get a call from my programming head and he's like, Suku, please come to office. I was like, but Shara, it was decided that, it's going to be a chutti. Why are you calling me to work? And he's like, I'm calling you to work because, beta, we need to go on air. I was like, Are, you guys said that we can't go on air. There was a technical issue. He's like, nahi, you have to come. And I was like, Are, how will we do this? He's like, bas, jaisi tum aogi, we'll go on air. And I remember I didn't even have time to have a bath. I literally just, took off my, whatever, ghar ka pajamas and t-shirt or whatever and wore decent clothes to just go to the studio. And the moment I went on air, I remember everybody was outside in the office, in the studio, holding the phones next to the speaker. And my first joke talk was Bhopal Tujhe Salam, because we were like, first we need to speak about the city we belong to, That's the first true love. So it started with Bhopal Tujhe Salam. And by the end of it, we were supposed to say, Mirchi, it's hot, right? I got so nervous that hot somewhere got stuck in my throat. And literally I was like, it's hot. I got so emotional. I was shaking and, that's how my first joke talk on radio was. And the moment I put the fader down, everyone was like hugging each other, shouting, and I was shivering. Ooh. I was like, did I just do this? Did I just go live, I think those are priceless moments in life. Yeah, even now when you think of it, you just don't forget it. Like you remember every moment, every second of that moment.
That time you were nervous and you feel proud thinking of it now. Yes.
I'll tell you, I'm still a super nervous person. For me, going on air every day, every joke talk is as, shaky as it can be, because I personally think that no matter how much you do something, there's still so much to learn in that. I still don't feel that even despite so many years of experience, I'm the most perfect at it. Each day I learn something new. Each day I fight a certain fear. But each day there is this little sense of accomplishment. Okay, fine, ki yaar, chalo, ye to sahi kiya. And that's how, I think I have grown in this medium, a lot.
Yes. My next question is relating to that. Ki every person grows while working, whether it is any field. So how do you feel like you've changed or emerged from the first to ever?
From now, okay, so I'll tell you, when I started my journey in radio, I was straight out of my school, right? Little experience in life, and out of those experiences, you try to speak on radio. Now, when I started my career again with Mirchi back in 2017, I felt that there was a sense of a lot of things and confidence to speak about that on radio. वो confidence जो आपको शुरू में थोड़ा सा, कहीं lack करता है, you're like, यार बोले, बुरा लग जाएगा. Now you feel confident. Now you realize that that the medium really has certain power. It has the power to make people think. And I love, that confidence that now I have that I maybe earlier didn't have. ठीक है, कुछ गलत बोल देंगे, but it's okay. अगर कुछ बात इमोशनल है तो बोलो. पहले कुछ भी इमोशनल बोलने में डर लगता था, अब नहीं लगता. अब लगता है कि अगर बुरा लग रहा है, किसी चीज पे गुस्सा आ रहा है तो बोल दो, And I think that's when, we really connect with our listeners, when we are real. Because radio is one medium where I feel you can't fake it. You just can't. You only have to speak about things that you feel for. We are not news readers. We are not media reporters. We are as human as our listener is. And if we do not connect with him at that human level, I don't think we're going to connect with him at all. That's what I feel.
Yes. True, very true. Because you just have to share and speak whatever you feel, and that's okay. So when I was preparing for the session, when I was thinking, I was thinking, should I keep it more scripted or ekdam se casual or something. So about how about radio jockeys? How important is scripting for the show?
Okay, so I'll tell you something because I belong to the old school radio where when we started radio, scripting was a very, very crucial part of it. And that is something that still remains with me. You know, although I might not script point to point or dot to dot, but I still need to have my thoughts out on the paper. And that is why, because I can speak a lot, yeah. I don't know sometimes my limit. और रेडियो में हमको ये सिखाया जाता है जैसे in Twitter, you know, you have certain characters and you can't go beyond that. It's the same way with radio that after a point we know we have to shut up and let the music play, right? So to tell myself to shut up, I need to write. I need to script and I need to tell myself, okay, Sukriti, now you're going to end your job talk. That is one thing. And the second thing that I feel is that sometimes आपको दिमाग में कोई बहुत अच्छा थॉट आता है और उस थॉट को रेडियो पे बोलने से पहले आप बहुत अच्छे से सोचते हो. तो मेरे साथ ये होता है अक्सर कि जब मैं रेडियो पे जाती हूँ और उसको मैं स्क्रिप्ट नहीं करती तो उसकी जो फीलिंग है ना वो कहीं लूज हो जाती है. कई बार आ जाएगी, कई बार नहीं आएगी. But I don't want to risk that. So you know what I do is I just write it down. That's it. And that does the magic for me. It has worked for me all these years. And I hope it will work for me even eventually.
So small pointers, so that you can remember what you feel like speaking, right?
Yeah, because otherwise, you know, we say कि रेडियो पे रायता फैल गया और रायता ऐसा फैलता है कि आप कोई टॉपिक पे बात करना चालू करते हो और अगर आपने नहीं उसे स्क्रिप्ट किया या आपके दिमाग में थॉट नहीं तो वो फैलता जाएगा. Now imagine you need to end your job talk. And while you're live, you don't know how to, you know, bring all those points together and just move out or break into a song. So my advice would be to actually just write your pointers, speak and move out. That's it.
Okay, being a radio jockey, you talk to a lot of people and you interview a lot of people. What is something that you've learned from someone or a lot of people while talking to them on the show?
Yeah, I'm sure you'll agree, Ananya, that each person has a story. Each person is fighting a battle. And I meet so many people from so many different, you know, I would say professions, backgrounds that मैं जिनसे भी मिलती हूँ मुझे मिलकर ऐसा लगता है कि मैंने उस इंसान का एक छोटा सा हिस्सा अपने में रख लिया. एंड वो इसलिए लगता है बिकॉज वो कुछ सिखा के चला जाता है उसको पता भी नहीं होता है बट दैट पर्सन हैज रियली टॉट मी और गिवन मी सम ज्ञान फॉर लाइफ. लाइक recently I interviewed this person from Bhopal who has a startup who made a generator that can work you know in minus 60 degrees Celsius. He's gotten an order from Indian Army and it's going to be working in Siachen and things like that. And when I heard his entire experience, you know, I was like, dude, this is extremely motivating, you know. And the way he said कि यार मेरे लिए बड़ा मुश्किल था अपनी paid, well paid job को छोड़ना, घर वालों को convince करना. And the moment he said that, वो जो आपके अकाउंट में हर महीने 1 तारीख को सैलरी आ जाती है जिस दिन आपको उसका अट्रैक्शन खत्म हो गया ना उस दिन that is the moment when you can really dream and do something of your own because that's the biggest fear now that how we going to sustain this, how we going to do this. And he's like, that was my biggest block. And the moment I, you know, overcome that thing, I could just do what I wanted to. And I think हर इंसान के साथ अनन्या इतने सारे लोगों से मिली हूँ इतने सारे छोटे छोटे बच्चों का आप इंटरव्यू लेते हो. There's this little girl in Bhopal. She started a library in the slum area, you know. Imagine she herself, she's now, you know, like a queen, like a princess in her school, but she started that at a really early age of like 8 years or something, yeah. And imagine सारे slum के बच्चे आ रहे हैं उसके यहाँ से you know books ले रहे हैं. Now you know people started to know about her. वो print में आ गया उसकी documentary बन गई. But you know these are little things which teach you a lot about life, yeah. तो मेरा ये कहना है कि जिससे भी मिलो उसकी स्टोरी सुनो. कई बार सुनना बड़ा जरूरी होता है और सुन के उसमें से जो आपको लगता है ना यार ये आपके काम का हो सकता है शायद ये कभी लाइफ में हमें आगे काम आएगा वो रख लो अपने पास. That's what I feel.
Everybody small top whatever they say, taking that with you and keeping that with you for the lifetime, right?
Yeah, and I would also like to add one more thing here that also whenever you meet people it's very important like to make people feel good about themselves and their life, yeah, because what happens is that everyone comes with their own little baggage. शायद कोई इंसान आपसे मिलेगा तो उसको आपका नाम नहीं याद रहेगा. शायद Ananya maybe might forget my name after 5 years, but Ananya would surely remember how I made her feel in this particular live session. So, you know, if you're meeting a stranger on the street, if you're meeting some family, some friends, you know, anybody, just make sure that they remember that experience of meeting you. And I think that does the magic. That's it.
Yes. Talk to them in a nice manner and
Yeah.
appreciate. Yeah.
Yes.
That even you remember and they remember. Yes.
Correct.
So you've taken numerous interviews, like you just said. So is there anyone? There must be someone that you would like to interview or connect with in the future.
Okay, I'll tell you something. I'm a little spiritual person, so I would really like to one day interview Sadhguru. You know, he's a mistake, and there's so much that he talks about, and he has a very scientific way of explaining spirituality. तो मेरे मन में ना ये सारे सवाल बड़े आते हैं यूनिवर्स से रिलेटेड, हम क्यों हैं, कहाँ से हैं, क्या है, एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट. तो अगर कभी मुझे उनसे बात करने का मौका मिल जाएगा तो मुझे लगता है कि रेडियो से ज्यादा मैं उनसे ऑफ एयर बात करूंगी. एंड आई वांट टू नो ऑल अबाउट लाइफ and you know how things are, because I find him very, very fascinating. You know, of course I want to, you know, interview a few favorite Bollywood stars and stuff, but I think ये जो life का उनसे मेरे को ज्ञान मिलेगा, that's gonna stay with me forever.
Right, right. Okay. So everybody has a list of things they wish happen to them. So any such wish that came true because of your job as a radio jockey and because of Mirchi?
आई टेल यू समथिंग. जब हम छोटे होते हैं हमें हमेशा हमारे पेरेंट्स के नाम से जाना जाता है. लाइक यू नो, आप फलाना के बच्चे हो, आपके पेरेंट्स का नाम ये अच्छा हो, तुम उसकी बेटी हो, यू नो. सो माय फादर इज फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट सर्विसेज, एंड बड़ा सरकारी इन्वायरमेंट था जिसमें हम बड़े हुए, एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट, लाइक अ टिपिकल मिडिल क्लास फैमिली एंड स्टफ. So when I became a radio jockey and I was straight out of my school, you know, I was learning and all of that, but that was very exciting a thing for me because I was getting to meet a lot of people and a lot of bureaucracy because हम लोग उनकी बहुत interview लेते थे and stuff like that. So one day my father happened to meet somebody who was a very senior IPS officer, a lady I had already interviewed earlier. So when she asked my father that what do your daughters do? So my father said, oh, my daughter is Sukriti, she's an RJ. And then she immediately retorted and she said, आप सुकृति के पापा हैं. And you know, that made my father's day, and I think that made my day too. That you know, finally, Dad, I think I kind of made you proud. Ittu sa, not much, but ittu sa. He was really happy.
That you made your own place
Yeah,
at radio and you've done consistently well.
touch wood for that. I hope to.
Yes, surely. Okay. Seeing your Instagram, I've seen that you like to travel a lot and you've been to quite a few places. Out of all of the, which place did you love the most?
Okay, so it always happens to me, and I've always said that in interviews before also, that ऑटोमेटिकली जो आपकी लास्ट प्लेस होती है ना जहां आप घूम कर आते हो, क्योंकि उसकी मेमोरी सबसे ताजा होती थी, आपको बाय डिफॉल्ट वही जगह याद आती है. सो द लास्ट कंट्री आई ट्रैवल टू वाज नॉर्वे लास्ट ईयर, and that remains the closest to my heart because it was like a 25-day road trip that we took. And the idea was, a lot of people said that, hey, why don't you go around Norway, why don't you touch base with Sweden, why don't you touch base with Finland. And you know, I was like, no, I just want to go and see one place and make sure that जब मैं वहां से वापस आऊं ना, I shouldn't even feel कि मैंने ये नहीं देखा या वो नहीं देखा, because I just wanted to see the length and breadth of the country. And honestly, it was a really out of this world experience. There's so much that you learn while you're traveling, and there's so much there's so much that you learn while you're road tripping. Because what happens is कि usually क्या होता है, जब हम किसी भी टूर पे जाते हैं, हम मेन डेस्टिनेशंस देखकर वापस आ जाते हैं, बट जब आप रोड ट्रिप पर होते हो ना, तो आप नई चीजें रोज सीख रहे होते हो, उनके कल्चर के बारे में, उनकी लैंग्वेज के बारे में, यू नो, हाउ दे लिव, हाउ दे आर, एंड यू नो देयर फूड. सो आई वाज फैसिनेटेड एंड हाउ. सो आई थिंक नॉर्वे वाज one of my coolest experiences of travel.
I agree with the point कि you just mostly people just see the main places that are the most popularized and stuff. But I've also I also know that भटकना जो होता है ना, to try and find places, talking to new people, different locations, that is just amazing. Because
It
I
is.
also love doing that.
And I'll tell you, Ananya, there were moments when you know, I met people who weren't speaking English, right? And हमको तो वही आता है, तो हम लोग साइन लैंग्वेज में भी बात कर रहे थे. और साइन लैंग्वेज में बात करके एक फॉरेन कंट्री में जो आपको चीप थ्रिल्स मिलते हैं ना, that you're able to understand what they're saying, you feel, oh my god, this is accomplishment, dude. This is so cool, right? But I think that's what travel is all about, right? It makes you grow also as a human. It's a soul journey again, and it's amazing.
Right. Totally. Okay, so other than the places that you visited, and which are some of the places that you wish to visit in future after this Corona thing is over or things are in a better manner?
I think I really want to go to a beach now. I want to go to maybe the Bora Bora Islands because I know like last trip was like all about mountains and wilderness and snow-capped mountain lips and all of that. But now I really want to go to a place where I see the sand, the sun, the beach. So yeah, maybe Bora Bora Islands. Yeah.
Okay. Also, that the when anyone in general gets fascinated by seeing a photo of a place, like you somewhere get to hear that there's this big library in Brazil, for example, and I would love to go because I like to read books. Something like that, some place that you thought of visit, that you think of visiting because you heard of something, because you heard about it.
So I'll tell you, when we visited नॉर्वे, उससे पहले इतनी R&D करी थी, इतनी बड़ी फाइल लेके गए थे जिसमें एक एक उस डेस्टिनेशन का पूरा डिस्क्रिप्शन था जहाँ पे जाकर टच बेस करना था. Okay, and you won't believe that there was this really there's a viral thing about Norway wherein you वहाँ पे एक particular spot है पिक्चर का जिसमें आप ऐसी माउंटेन की क्लिफ पे खड़े होते हो and you literally you get chills when you see that picture. So, we reached that particular point, okay? And I was like, okay, now I really need to get there and get my picture clicked and stuff because it's the coolest thing to do. Turns out, उन्होंने वो रास्ता ही बंद कर दिया था. I was so disappointed. I was like, this is not done. I've traveled this far. I really wanted to go and, see this place. And of course, Frozen movie was inspired from this little village next to Flam, which is a town in Norway. So I wanted to go visit that place because I was like, yeah, Frozen ka inspiration kya hai, jaake dekhiye. And honestly, it was exactly how I think it should be. It was magical and it was beautiful. So yeah, you do read things, you do see pictures, and you want to like go and figure it out yourself because हर इंसान का उस चीज को महसूस करने का तरीका अलग होगा. सबका सेम तो हो ही नहीं सकता.
Right. That disappointment thing. Once I was traveling to Ladakh, so we were going to the Pangongso Lake where the last scene for Three Idiots was shot.
Yeah,
That last
वो
scene that
scooter वाला.
yes, that scene was shot there. So we were traveling by car, and even though I love road trips and stuff, but the problem was the road was very problematic, and there were all cracks and stuff. So it was getting a bit cranky at times. So at one point, my uncle said कि Pangong so it तो has dried up and we are going back. So I was so excited. But then, but then we got to know that that was just a joke, and we were still going there. So I got happy
Dude, I was feeling bad for you right now.
because we came a long way, and the rasta was so problematic. But we were happy when we went there, and the color and everything was very beautiful there.
I'm so glad you did. Ananya, if you didn't, I would have said, Ananya, मैं चलूंगी तुम्हारे साथ next year. Let's do this together.
Surely. Okay, talking about traveling, this past year has been very problematic for those who like to travel, and because we've been in the house the whole year. So, how has the lockdown been for you, and how has it affected you and your work?
Okay, it really like showed me a world that I thought never existed. For an RJ to do a show from home was next to impossible. We never thought that this day is even possible. मतलब हम तो कभी ऐसा सोच भी नहीं सकते ना कि आप घर से कैसे शो कर सकते हो. बट लॉकडाउन ने हमें वो सिखा दिया कि ऐसे बाउंड्रीज को कैसे पुश करते हैं. Like how do you do the best of yourself. So that's when when the lockdown happened, we made like a jugaad setup at home, and we all the RJs started doing shows from home. Now I'm a live jock. I love doing my show live. I can't record because if I record, I'm gonna take forever. I'm very bad at recording. I'll keep editing, I'll keep redoing. I said, no. You do live. You make one mistake, you forget about it, you're on to the next one, right? So to me, it was the most difficult thing that how am I gonna do recorded shows, and that too for I don't know how long. And let me tell you, we started last year in March, around the March 28th or something. And we were on deferred live till about December 31st. So that's almost 10 year for me, and it was really an experience of a different sort because जब आप घर से काम करते हो तो आपको realize होता है कि आप पूरा दिन काम कर रहे होते हो. Otherwise, what would happen is that I would be home by like 2ish from work, and then it's D&D mode on, do not disturb. But when you're working from home, we were like working all day long because everyone was feeling the need to perform even more because they were at home. So, people usually ask me that अगर आप RJ की कर रहे होते हो तो आप क्या करते हो? So I do a lot of voiceovers. So, we would be like doing voiceovers till 8 p.m. at night, 9 p.m. at night. और voiceovers कैसे करते थे? अलमारी खोली, कपड़ों के बीच में गए, voiceover दिया, and you're out. Because, you need soundproofing and stuff. Oh my God. Days and days and months of doing this. Now when I'm back to my studio, I feel, oh my God, that's my happy place. I'm back to my sukoon wala place.
I get that recording point because when you're recording, you see it and you feel like this is wrong. वापस से try करते हैं. This is वापस से try करते हैं. But when you're live, you just have to go with the flow
Yes.
and you just have to do it in that moment.
Exactly. And I tell you, मैं ये सोचती हूँ कि लाइफ से मैंने ना लाइफ की बहुत बड़ी लर्निंग मेरे को लाइव शो से मिलती है, और वो ये कि गलती हो गई ना, अभी आपके पास ऑप्शन नहीं है, अभी आपको उठकर चलना पड़ेगा. एंड दैट्स हाउ लाइफ इज, राइट? That you fumble in one link, but you can't just sit and cry and sob over it. You need to get on to the next job talk. You need to think about it, because if I continue to think about the one where I messed up, I will just not be able to do the show. And I think that's how life is, that we are going to be like pulled down. Who said that life is going to be all about bed of roses? It won't be like that. We will have our bad days, we will have our good days, we will have our sunny days, but we just need to keep walking.
Yes, exactly. You just mentioned कि you do voiceovers. So one of my questions was कि what would you do if you were not an RJ? What would you be doing?
मैं पक्का लॉयर बनती क्योंकि मुझे लगता था वो मेरा ड्रीम है. I really wanted to do law, right? RJing just came out of nowhere. It wasn't my plan. I wanted to crack like one of the national law universities ka entrance exam. I belong to a family of lawyers as well from my mother's side. Everyone is a lawyer. मतलब सबके पास एक डिग्री है, but एक डिग्री लॉ की भी है. It's like that. तो पता था लॉ करेंगे, बचपन से ही पता था कि लॉयर बनना है. But I think अगर ये नहीं होती तो definitely lawyer होती. But I'm glad, everything happens for a reason. अगर मैं lawyer होती तो मुझे अपनी personality के बारे में ये चीज कभी पता ही नहीं चलती कि मैं ये भी कर सकती हूँ.
Right. जो भी whichever thing suits us best, वो that happens to us and that carries us forward.
Yeah.
When you're done with your show, what is it that you're found doing? Any sort of hobby, dancing, singing, art, something like that, painting?
Okay, so I don't know if having too many dogs is a hobby, but I literally have like 4 dogs, and to me, I look forward to getting home and spending time with them, yaar. So, I have dog of literally like every size right now. So, I want to come back home, I want to play with them, I want to spend time with them, because while I'm at work, I'm actually missing them. So, that's one thing I do. And then, of course, there's a lot of like, pressure on us to like keep posting on Instagram, keep doing stories. So, we also try to like create content digitally. That's one of the most important things now. Like, like even Radio Mirchi is no more Radio Mirchi, it's Mirchi, because we have now, we are like, her entertainment mein Mirchi hai, we are on YouTube, we are on digital, we are in movies, we are everywhere. So that's the thing for even us as radio presenters. We are no more radio presenters. We are now content creators. We are creating content on air, we are creating content on digital, and that's how we are now.
Mirchi also has its awards now. Mirchi Awards, I've heard of them, I've seen them.
Yeah, Mirchi Music Awards, that's what. So, मतलब उसमें अब सिर्फ रेडियो बोलना is not right? Like justified ही नहीं. लोग कहेंगे यार पर आप तो रेडियो नहीं, हम रेडियो नहीं है, अब हम सब कुछ है. हम रेडियो भी हैं, but रेडियो के साथ और भी बहुत कुछ है.
So social media plays a big role, or what amount of a role does it play for your radio jockey job?
It's very important. It's very important, because I'll tell you what happens is that when I'm an RJ, I'm only speaking to my audience that is in Bhopal. But social media has the power of breaking all the boundaries, all the borders, and going far and wide. And that is what the idea is, that no matter who you are, if you can reach out to many people, then why not? So be it.
Yes, yes, totally. Because from the social media, you have the access to the whole world. And from
Mm,
your radio, you have the access to Bhopal.
correct.
So you, as being a radio jockey, you also mentioned ki you talk to your audience live and you do love doing it live only. So there must be some things that a radio jockey should always bear in mind when they are speaking live.
Hmm.
What
Yes.
are such things that one
So,
should bear?
so I'll tell you, we never speak about religion. We never speak about politics. You know, these are things that are a complete no-no for us. Like, even if I might have a political alignment, it will never ever come out either on my social media or on my show. You know, it should not, my opinion doesn't matter in this. My opinion should never come out on these things because these are sensitive. You know, these are things, we know, we हम तो रेडियो जॉकीज है, हमको हैप्पीनेस स्प्रेड करनी है, हमें लोगों का दिन बनाना है, हमको, हम क्यों ऐसी बातें करेंगे which are you know, which might just incite a certain kind of an emotion or anything or a reaction. So we don't touch topics like religion, politics, and things like that. But yeah, we do talk about things which are hyper local. We do talk about things which matter to our Bhopalis. You know, like I have to talk about अगर कोई issue है, कहीं पर सड़क टूट गई, कहीं पर कुछ हो गया जो कि हमारे भोपालियों के लिए एक मुद्दा हो सकता है, तो मैं उसके बारे में बात करूंगी. Like I became a part of this campaign that was all about better air connectivity. It so happened that until last 3 years, till 3 years back, Bhopal had connectivity, air connectivity only to two cities, that is Delhi and Bombay. And imagine we are like a state capital, and people would literally like drive down from Bhopal to Indore just to catch flights to different cities. And there was this social media campaign that started that Bhopal needs better air connectivity. So I became like the voice for it on radio. I started talking to people, I started taking their problems on air, I started speaking to authorities, and we became one force. So on ground हो रहा था, on air हो रहा था, digitally हम उस campaign को चला रहे थे. And cut to 3 years later, इतनी सारी flights है, oh my god, like so many. We have like really good connections now.
Okay, so I had no idea that talking about religious or political stuff is not a thing for radio because obviously, right, social media and news play a big and important role in that. There's already a lot of such topics and sometimes hate and sometimes regarding that. So that is totally right. I've often heard of this that you should have a good voice or something like chirpy voice or something to become a radio jockey. And so, is this true or if
It's a
not?
myth.
What
It's a myth.
are
Having a good voice for radio is a myth. You know, I know the top notch RJs in India, some of them don't even have that kind of voice that probably used to be an ideal voice किसी के दिमाग में. You know what you need? You need to be somebody who is opinionated. You need to be somebody who feels for the medium. You need to be somebody who has you know, who's a little quirky, a little spontaneous. कि अगर आप ये पढ़ते हो, आपको कोई चीज you know affect करती है, तो आप उसको रेडियो तक कैसे लेके जाओगे, आप किसी से कैसे बात करोगे. I think being able to communicate what you're feeling is the most important thing. Because sometimes ये होता है ना कि आप कुछ feel करते हो पर उसे बोल नहीं पाते. और वही एक आरजे का काम होता है कि जो आप फील कर रहे हो वो आप बोलो, जो लोग फील कर रहे हैं वो आप बोलो. यू आर जस्ट अ मीडियम, दैट्स इट. And we are a very emotional medium. Yeah, I feel that radio still has that old school nostalgia to it, you know.
yes, yes,
So I think having a good voice is not a requirement, but having a more you know,
connected.
yeah, having good communication skills is definitely very important.
So, one of the qualities that one should have to be a radio jockey is to have a connective type of a feeling and to communicate and connect with people.
Yes.
Okay, so you have a particular time set for your live show or session, and you have to be live on that time every day, right?
Yes.
Like you were live today, and you're going to go talk to your boss or your somebody after the session. So there must be times when you may be feeling low for some reason or have some important personal work, but you
I
can't delay or prolong your show. So, any such or some sort of difficulty or challenges that you faced, and how did you cope up with them?
I think it happens with every RJ that it teaches you that the show must go on.
Yes.
And I think that's what it makes us, that even now I can literally just, even when I'm not in the studio, just put the fader up and completely hide what I'm feeling and just be in that moment. That's what radio has taught me. There have been times when you've had a fight at home, but you have to go to the show. You've had a fight with your boss, you have to go to the show. There's something that you read in the newspaper and you're completely emotionally broken. There have been times when I've literally cried in a live jock talk. And literally, I said that I'm very sad that I read this, but that's what makes me more human now. That's what makes me more real as an RJ. मैं वहां पर आके वॉनबी बनूंगी, कूल दिखने की कोशिश करूंगी. जब मैं नहीं फील कर रही हूँ तो मेरा लिसनर मुझे एक बार में पकड़ लेगा कि यार स्टॉप फूलिंग अराउंड सुकृति, यू आर नॉट लाइक दिस. So as real as I can be, as much as that's when I'm going to really connect with my audience. And कई बार ऐसा होता है, सबके साथ होता है यार, कि आप बहुत सैड होते हो. कई बार ये भी हो रहा होता है कि रो रहे होते हैं and you literally like just wipe your tears off, just blow your nose on a tissue paper, just put the fader up and you do your show. And that's what life is, that the show must go on. अभी गिर गए, चोट लग गई है, बचपन में होता था ना, फिर उठ के हम चलने लगते थे. हमारी जॉक टॉक्स के साथ भी यही होता है. Sometimes feel like that. I think, yeah, that day you might not be able to do the best of your show, but you do get that little sense of accomplishment that आपने किया तो, कोशिश तो की. उससे बढ़कर क्या हो सकता है? ठीक है, आपकी बेस्ट जॉक टॉक नहीं थी, बेसिक तो थी ना, बोल तो पाए ना रेडियो पर, काफी है.
Yes, I was just going to say this ki you or anyone in general is not feeling well and you're still performing and trying your best. That is the main point of it.
Yes, exactly my point. Like I've done shows in 101 Fever यार. हम लोग का ये होता है कि मतलब आपको शो के लिए उठना है, आप पहले शो करोगे, उसके बाद बॉस को फोन लगा के बोलोगे कि आज मेरी तबीयत खराब है, मैं घर जा रहा हूँ. पहले शो करो. Is that important? So I've done shows in bad throat. I've done shows in like literally saying कि आज मेरी आवाज बिल्कुल फटे हुए तबले की तरह आ रही है, आज तो मेरा गला बैठ गया. बट हम लोग करते हैं बुखार में, सर्दी में, खांसी में. But now we've become used to it.
And I think this makes it real because the radio jockeys and the people are real and you talk to them with emotions, and so it makes it more real that you are talking in a sense. You know that you're not feeling well. The audience knows and you're being real.
Yes, and then they message you, ye kar lena, wo kar lena. They'll give you nuskhas and things like that. That's what you want now in the end. That's it.
So it feels like a family type of a thing, right?
It does.
So, when you talk to your audience, you hear stories about them and they tell you things, and you also talk about yourself, कि आज ये हुआ or something like this happened to me. So I just want to know some story which you have never shared on your radio or in general, just with anyone, anything.
Okay, so I'll tell you, like अभी जो ये lockdown का time था ना, we were as much as we were doing our shows, we were also doing a lot of work off air, जिसको कभी हमने किसी को बताया नहीं, कभी document नहीं किया. Something that remains very close to my heart is how we become like the bridge, the medium. I knew some laborers who were stuck in our city in Bhopal. They needed to go to Chhattisgarh, and there were some truckwalas who were duping them and saying कि हम इतने हजार में ले जाएंगे. Then I spoke to the authorities there. We arranged for a pickup for them. They got onto the train and they reached their village safely. Now to me, this remains like the most heartwarming experience that ना तो मैंने किसी को बताया, ना तो किसी को ये पता है, बट क्योंकि ये हो गया, इससे बढ़कर there's nothing in my life, honestly. And वो जो एंड में उनका एक फोन आता है और वो कहते हैं हम सही सलामत पहुंच गए, we are all well, ट्रेन में बैठ के गए, पहले पता नहीं कैसे जाते, पहुंचते नहीं पहुंच पाते. So yeah, there are a lot of things that we do off air which never come out on radio, but we do it. And I think as public figures, we are supposed to do that because हमारी आम जनता की सबसे कनेक्टिविटी नहीं होती और हम लोग की है. And lockdown का time ऐसा था कि we were constantly in touch with the district administration, the collector, the commissioner, the people from all the departments, and we became like a medium. So we would get queries and we would be speaking to these authorities and, we would be trying to give them solutions. But I think that is when, you know, you feel like अभी हम एक छोटा सा वर्ल्ड हमारा बन गया और इसमें अभी हमको एक दूसरे के साथ मिलकर सस्टेन करना है. So yeah.
Yes, totally. I that feeling when you help someone do something, or when they feel like thank you for doing this, so you feel very proud ki at least I did something for someone and they are happy right now.
Yes, and that God chose you to help them, because I just feel कि ऊपर वाला आपको चुनता है किसी की मदद करने के लिए, you know, आप नहीं चुनते हो खुद को, ऊपर वाला बोलता है क्योंकि तुम ये काम कर सकते हो तभी तुम करोगे ये. And you just feel that, okay, fine, now that you are the blessed one who can literally help people, please go do that. Sometimes I feel that I want to be Sonu Sood in my next life. Just
Okay. So it has also happened with me ki I've not done anything on a big scale ki I've not helped like an NGO. Maybe I have once or twice, but as in once that I felt happy was there was a kid in my school, so I was going in my corridor going down the stairs. So that kid was struggling while putting his shoelaces. So I just went near him and I asked him if he wants help, and he was like, yes. And I just tied his shoelace. And he said, thank you, and left. So that may not be a very big thing to do, but that made me happy ki I did that and I was happy with that.
I'm so glad you did that. I think I'll take this up on my radio show on Monday. That it doesn't matter. It could be this small, it could be ittu saya, or it could be that big. आप जितना कर सकते हो करो.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So what is your favorite part of being a radio jockey?
Favorite part of being a radio jockey? I'll tell you my favorite part, that you can't see me when I'm talking on radio. And I know now the whole medium, the whole world is about showing who you are by face, by creating content and stuff. Radio was my little safe place where I felt कि यार यहाँ पे मेरी आवाज ही है. You know, सामने वाला मेरे को imagine करेगा मेरी आवाज सुनकर कि मैं कैसी होंगी. So that was very fascinating for me. And it still is. Although now we are all over the social media, anybody can go look up for us and stuff like that. But मेरे लिए वो जो surprise factor है, वो जो secret वाला factor है ना, वो अभी भी बहुत fascinating लगता है मुझे. और मेरे लिए ये सबसे बड़ा compliment ये होता है कि कोई मुझे बोले कि आप उसके जैसे sound करते हो, वो सुकृति जो रेडियो पर आती है. That's, to me, my work is done when somebody can recognize my voice and tell me, you sound like her.
Right, because faces pehchana is much more easier than finding out a voice. So anybody could recognize me. You look like Alia Bhatt, or you look like her, or this or that. Recognizing a voice is a different and a very difficult task compared to.
Exactly. And that's when, that makes my day completely.
So when I've listened to radio shows, whenever I listen to, whether it be night, yeah, when we are going out in a car, so I've noticed that most of the radio jockeys always say something at the end or the start. Just if I've heard Mirchi Roshi. So I've heard that she says, "Kahin mat jana jana, kyunki वापस तो यही है आना." Whenever she's going to play her song. So any such catchphrase that you developed while working?
I'll tell you, I keep changing my. वो कहते हैं ना तकिया कलाम, मेरा तकिया कलाम बहुत बदलता है. और मेरा तकिया कलाम अभी, क्योंकि हम लोग इतना स्टे सेफ वाली उसमें चले गए थे ना, तो मेरा ये बन गया था स्टे महफूज, स्टे खुश. महफूज रहे, खुश रहे. दैट बिकेम लाइक माई थिंग कि इससे बढ़कर आज की लाइफ में, आज के समय में कुछ भी नहीं है. अगर आप अपना ध्यान रख सकते हैं, if you know you can be safe, you can take care of your loved ones, you're fine. So that became my takiya kalam, and that has been in the last few months.
That's very cute and small sa catchphrase. Okay, so as we're running short on time and we just have to end this, so I'll just ask you a last small question. That any tips for someone who would want to be an RJ in future, who are watching right now?
Okay, so anybody who wants to be an RJ, I would now tell the times have changed. You know, now as much as it is radio thing, I would say please become somebody who can create content either way. आप रेडियो पे भी कर सकते हो, आप डिजिटल पे भी कर सकते हो, क्योंकि अब सिर्फ रेडियो सोचना विल नॉट बी करेक्ट, क्योंकि वो जमाने चले गए हैं. अब आपको ओवरऑल सोचना पड़ता है, आपको डिजिटल का भी सोचना पड़ता है, आपको रेडियो का भी सोचना पड़ता है. तो आप ऐसा सोचो, एंड जस्ट रिमेंबर दैट whoever you are at your core, That's what needs to come out. Don't try to be somebody that, because yeah, you can take little inspiration definitely, but try to be as honest as you can be, because रेडियो में ये चीज मैंने देखी, शायद डिजिटल में आप एक बार फेक कर सकते हो, रेडियो पे आप नहीं कर सकते हो, क्योंकि रेडियो पे आपको अपनी सारी बातें बोलकर समझानी है, और आप बोलने पे जब आते हो ना, तो एक पॉइंट के बाद आप भूल जाते हो कि आपने कहाँ से शुरू किया था. अच्छा, आई वाज ट्राइंग टू फेक दैट. No, that's not me. You will eventually get to your real self. So whoever you are, don't try to be somebody else. Just be as natural as you can be. Usually लोगों को लगता है RJing का काम is all about like being this cool person, being like a total wannabe, come and talk like a DJ. No. रोना आ रहा है तो रो दो, हंसना है तो हंस दो, गुस्सा आ रहा है तो गुस्सा कर दो. But just be who you are. And yeah, I would say if you can get a little voice modulation right, I think it'll be like an added thing. But वो कर करके भी आ जाता है.
So basically, radio is about being real. That's it.
Yes, being real, being spontaneous, being opinionated, and being creative with how you, express your emotions. Because देखो, कंटेंट इतना सारा है ना आजकल, सब लोग सब कुछ पढ़ रहे हैं, ठीक है. तो ऐसा तो नहीं कि जो मुझे पता है वो किसी और को नहीं पता है. तो मुझे उसे बताने का कोई तो एक ऐसा अंदाज रखना पड़ेगा कि सामने वाले को सुनकर कुछ तो नया लगे, और वो क्या होगा, वो मेरा खुद का ओपिनियन होगा, मेरी खुद की क्रिएटिविटी होगी. सो दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट.
Okay, so as we come to the end of this session, it is my honor to thank you, ma'am, on behalf of the Conflux Revista for agreeing to have this session with us.